Hi guys, welcome back to Reserved Investments on YouTube. So before we even begin, I got to say thank you to all my subscribers. This channel now has over 500 subscribers going forward. This was a monumental milestone that I did not expect to hit until sometime in the year 2020. And by sometime, I'm talking March, April of that particular year. Well, here we are at the beginning of December 2019, and this channel hit 500 subscribers. So I give a heartfelt thanks to all my viewers, subscribers, the people and the other YouTube content creators who may or may not agree with the topics that I discuss on this particular channel or my viewpoint and or perspective of the trade as a whole, but who recommended other people watch this particular channel to get that very important contrarian viewpoint that is so sorely missing in the greater antiques and collectibles trade, especially on YouTube, where we have a lot of people doing crazy things to push certain products, certain collectibles, and certain theories, which, as I've said before, this channel is devoid of any hype, and it is, in my opinion, ironically, it is unbiased as best as it can be. Of course, I always have a bias. You have a bias as to what you collect and how you view certain markets as a whole, but I try to remain very neutral in a lot of the videos that I produce, even to the point where some people in the trade actually get mad at me because they think that I'm being too neutral in certain topics. For instance, one of the most recent videos that I did that caused a lot of controversy was the video on Pawn Stars, WATA Games, and the whole Super Mario fiasco, where a guy came into Rick's shop, the pawn shop, and asked for $1 million for a particular Super Mario game that was graded by WATA. Well, I said in that particular video that this is leaning towards market manipulation. Well, some of the comments said, no, Sean, it is market manipulation, and you should call it out as such. Well, if you go back and watch that video, I think I did just that. But then you had about a 10 to 20 variants swing in the other direction where people said, Sean, you're being too harsh. This is not market manipulation. Well, I am going to be doing an upcoming video on that particular topic because at present time, I can tell you that this caught the attention of other people in the antiques and collectibles trade who are going to be chiming in on this subject matter. Now, I don't want to steal any of their thunder. I'm not going to drop any names, but I'm going to wait for them to release their commentary and opinion on this subject matter. I will then follow up with another video where I go in depth and I comment specifically to a lot of the people who left me comments in that video where they disputed my findings. So I do want to leave that open at present time. I'm not going to do a video on it right away because I want other people in the trade to have a chance to issue their opinion, their statements, and their analysis of the great video game marketplace as it exists right now in present day. Now, another thing I want to quick talk about is I would like to do an official Q&A, meaning an official question and answer session, now that I have 500 subscribers. If you do wish to ask me a question, comment, or maybe it's just feedback, please leave it below in the comment section, and I will answer it in depth in an upcoming video. I have done unofficial Q&As before, where I took a lot of comments, feedback, suggestions, questions from a lot of my earlier videos and compiled those into a video where I respond to a lot of the more important questions or comments that I've been receiving over and over again. Those videos were fairly successful, but I did want to do an official Q&A. So if that's something that interests you, leave me a comment, a question, or feedback in this video, and I will compile all the data and do an official Q&A segment over the next 7 to 14 days for you guys. Another thing I want to talk about is I do have interesting topics coming up on this particular channel. One of my most recent videos was also one that surprised a lot of people, and I do want to address it a little bit. I did a recent video on the market and understanding the market for Hermes Birkin handbags, meaning high-end women's fashion. And the video did better than what I expected because I kind of knew on this channel, I have a lot of viewers that like pop culture-based collectibles, vintage toys, comic books, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, video games. I didn't know if they would be open to me producing that type of video, but it turned out it did get over 100 views within 24 hours. So I will be doing more videos where I talk about different segments of the antiques and collectibles trade that may be out of the norm for most of my viewers. Which brings me to my second point, where I have a lot of videos planned on the art market, talking about currency, paper money, record collecting, meaning vinyl record collecting, collecting first edition books, gold, silver, cryptocurrency, and of course, more videos on Lego, vintage video games, graded video games, Magic the Gathering, and Pokemon. If there is a collecting category that you want me to talk about in depth, please let me know in the comments section. I know some of you guys want me to go back and start talking more about movie poster collecting. There's other more obscure collectibles I'm getting asked about, like vintage arcade machines you guys want me to talk about more in depth. Whatever it is, please let me know. And if there's enough interest, I will gladly do a video on those topics. That said, I thank you guys for bearing with me, because I know some of my earlier videos were kind of crude. A lot of the quality just wasn't good because I wasn't very comfortable speaking on camera. I am slowly getting there. Remember, guys, I'm primarily an introvert. I'm very good at writing. I'm very good at topics like business, finance, investing. But when it comes to performing or any type of being on camera, it really isn't me. I'm more the mysterious guy that kind of pulls the strings behind the curtain, if you know what I mean. So this is a stretch for me. It always has been. That said, I really value your feedback, and I thank you guys for taking a chance on a channel that is contrarian in comparison to a lot of the videos and channels out there that just tell you to buy, and it's all going to become collectible, worth money, and everything's fine, and your life is going to be fine just by buying factory seal boxes of Magic the Gathering, or graded video games, or brand new video games, or Lego sets, or what have you. The point of this channel is to educate the collecting public, whether you're a casual enthusiast or you consider yourself to be a hardcore investor of antiques and collectibles. It's meant to make you think in a manner that analyzes these markets from a neutral standpoint so that you can make the best decision for you going forward. And whether that means that you're a casual collector and you invest most of your income in the financial markets, or whether you're a hardcore investor and you start to get into art, coins, currency, historical documents, antiquities, items that have a decent track record of appreciation, that's all up to you. All is what this channel is supposed to do is make you think in new ways and help you apply the subject of economics and finance to the antiques and collectibles marketplace, because that is sorely lacking in the trade in the year 2020 as we prepare to enter the year 2020 and beyond. If you watch a lot of other YouTube videos, they are not talking about how finance and how economics play in the antique and collectibles marketplace as a whole. So I hope, if anything, even if you disagree with some of my perspectives, we can agree to disagree all we want. That's no problem. But I just hope that some of these videos are helping you think in new ways and analyze markets just from a different standpoint or a different perspective. Even if I do a video that's only 10 or 15 minutes long and you watch it and you just think about it for that time frame and you don't even think about it ever again, I will consider what I'm doing on this channel a success, because at least I'm planting a seed somewhere in your subconscious or your conscious mind that maybe at one point you'll come back to, and it'll actually help you become a better collector, a better speculator, a better investor, and or just have a better life overall, being more financially prudent going forward. That alone is all I want to accomplish on this channel. And to the other YouTuber content creators out there who have mentioned this channel in depth, I sincerely thank you, and I consider you guys awesome, and I really like the content that you guys produce as well. Thank you, and good night.